Well, good morning, everyone. I want to let you guys know and gals know today is Thursday. I will not be going to the food bank, and the reason is because there is ice on my porch. I'm the only one in the neighborhood that still has ice on their porch, and so it's melting slowly. I'm going out and tossing water out there, hot water out there slowly, and it's melting. But yeah, I did not have shovels and things like that. All right, so I've got to let my ice melt naturally before I can get out. So it'll take a day or two, and I'm not too worried about it myself. I planned for it. So while it is still chilly outside, and all the roads are clear, and everyone else's front yard is pretty much thawed out, mine is not. And so it's working, it's getting there, but it's not there. So I don't know why. I don't. Anyway, so I am not going outside with a sheet of ice on my porch. Um, what I am doing, however, is I did hit the floor running this morning and got busy. And I am in the kitchen dealing with the bone broth. And so I'm slowly getting myself through the process, and I'm going to bring you in a minute and show you the process. It's a long, tedious process. And so if you're interested in knowing how to do it, I do have a video out on it. And so I've done this so many times that I have it memorized. I'm doing quarts because typically I used to do pints and quarts. And I do have pints of chicken broth on the shelf right now, along with turkey broth as well. But what I wanted to do this time is do all quarts. And the reason is because these days I'm finding myself using it for soups more than anything because I'm enjoying the soups. And so I'm making quarts. And it's quicker and easier for me as well. And I don't have to deal with so many jars. So let's get in the kitchen and let me show you the progress. Started yesterday with showing you how I set it up. And it takes 24 hours. In this case, it was 23. For the bone, for the bones to boil, okay, simmer. And let me tell you, I put it on low, and then I realized a couple of hours later that it wasn't simmering like it should. So I kicked it to high, and I did it high for 24 hours. If you notice in the process of you making this bone broth that it is not actually simmering, like you cannot see bubbles at the top, you need to kick it up. Because what you don't want is for it to be at a temperature where bacteria can grow. So if you keep it at a boil simmer, it's not going to do that. So I kicked it too high in order to get it to boil, and within 30 minutes it was boiling. So then I let it go for a long period of time. Now let's get in the kitchen. I've cleaned up most of it. I've gotten all of the broth out of the bones and cleaned up most of it and actually jarred it up. What I'm doing now is waiting for the temperature of the broth and the temperature to come down, so that I don't shock the jars. Okay, I want to bring everything up to temperature at the same time. So, well, I'm getting ready to pack the pressure canner. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. So let's go on in there. Let me show you what I'm doing. For breakfast, I had the same thing I did yesterday. I had French toast, eggs with a little cheese on it, and 2 ounces of ham. Here is the bone broth in the jars, and I have 5.5 quarts of bone broth. So I'm going to be doing 5 quarts um, of bone broth today. And I'm going to get also the rest of the chicken bones worked into the crock pots and get them going. So let's get this canner. Let me back you up and let's get this canner filled. All right, here we go. We're going to get this canner filled. Okay, I have the canner over the burner. I want it because once these jars go in there, this is going to be very, very I need to make sure that the burner is centered over the top of it, and it is. In the jars go. These are not hot. They're warm to the touch, but not hot. And hold on a minute. Let me check the bottom of the jars, the side of the jars, and the water. Okay. I'm testing everything to make sure that it is not going to shock the jars. That's the last thing I want to happen, is that a jar is going to crack as soon as it hits this water. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get this burner going up underneath here to start heating up the water. If I can touch it on the bottom like this, then it's not going to crack the jar. All right, we got 5 quarts. This thing holds 6 or 7 quarts, but I'm going to put 5 in it. It's ready. I did take and wipe the rims of the jars, and I'm just going to put, on this one, I'm just going to put a used lid on it, and put a rim on it, and then this will go in the refrigerator and it'll go in the pot tomorrow. Then I'm going to take the lid and I'm going to push down on it, and I can hear air moving. And I'm going to close the lid. And now I'm going to bring this up, and this is going to start spraying out. Once get a good steady stream on that, I'm going to give it 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put this rocker on it, and I'm going to get it jiggling, and then I'm going to cut the temperature down until it's just jiggling once in a while. And I'm going to give it 90 minutes. And while that's doing that, I need to keep this here because these jars are going to go on here. And I need to get also the next round of chicken broth going. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have a bunch of things going on at the same time. Alright, as you can see, I have a steady stream coming out of the top of the canner. Timer is set for 10 minutes. While this is happening, I'm cleaning up the kitchen. And I have the second round of bone broth started. Now the shaker is on top of the pressure canner and pressure is building. I saw this, the handle seal. So we are going to run this until it starts shaking. So we have a rattle on the pressure canner, so it is up to pressure. And I'm gonna watch it. And if it starts going really crazy, I'm gonna turn the temperature down. And I went to the ball book, which is the canning book that is like everybody uses it. And it says to pressure can it for 25 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to pressure can it for 25 minutes. Pints, let me go get the book and I'll read it to you. It's on page 288 and it says, processed pints 20 minutes, or quarts for 25 minutes. And then, so that's what I'm going to do. 25 minutes on this rattling stud. Alexa, set the timer for 25 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And remember, I just wanted to shake just a little bit. And I'm going to show you, it's called the sweet spot when you're canning. And I'm going to show you when I hit that sweet spot. It may take me a little while to figure it out. You notice how it's settling down. I don't want it to go too low, so I'm going very, very slow. There we go. You see how it just kind of jiggles just a little bit, but it's not letting off a bunch of steam? That's the spot where we want it. And we're going to let it go for 25 minutes doing that. In the meantime, I'm going to park myself right here. And this is the book right here. The all-new Ball Book of Canning and Preserving. And there's all kinds of recipes in here. And I turn to the chicken bone broth. And pretty much it's basically the same thing that I did. Is all it tells you to do is just get, carcasses from the chicken. You can include the skin, the roasted chicken broken into large pieces. So any kind of chicken bones that you can get your hands on. That's why when I eat chicken, I save the bones. I just throw them in the freezer, and I have a bag where I just toss them in the freezer. And then when I get enough, then I make bone broth. And you can see it takes 2 slow cookers to make enough for me to can. And then it says 2 quarts of water, tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of unfiltered apple cider vinegar, 5% acidity. You can actually use any vinegar as long as it's 5%. I don't buy anything other than 5%. And it says, this one says 2 large carrots coarsely chopped, 2 bay leaves, 1 large onion coarsely chopped. You make your broth with the seasonings you like. I like onion in there, garlic in there, parsley. I like salt, pepper. What else did I put in there? Sage. Sometimes I go to the Italian side and I put in parsley, basil, rosemary, and I do the Italian kind. It just depends on what you have. Celery leaves and stalks and ends. Throw them in your freezer when you are using them in the summertime. Save them for when you do your chicken broth. Tops of onions, I've done that. Ends of carrots, I've done that. Pretty much anything that's the tops of bell peppers, I've done that. What else have I put in there? Pretty much any vegetables that you like cut the tops off of. I wouldn't do tomatoes, right? But I've done zucchini tops, jalapeno tops. I've done that. So any of that can go into your bone broth. And it's not just chicken. You can do beef as well. So if you get a bone-in roast let's say, keep that bone. And you can use that bone to make beef broth. And so that's what I went to, is I went to this book to look it up, to see the pressure canning. And I love this pressure canning book. I do. Another thing I'm going to do, since I'm parked here for 25 minutes, is I'm going to sit here and I am going to work one puzzle on this word search. I'm going to pick the first one, and I love word searches, so this is a perfect time for me to open up and do one of these while I have to sit here for 25 minutes. I can't leave the room because I have a pressure canner going on. I've already washed, dried, and put away all of the dishes in the time that it took me to get that going. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy myself with one word search puzzle. Maybe two if I get to it. It has been 25 minutes. The timer went off, so I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to let this come down to all the pressure come down. And once all the pressure comes down, I'm going to crack it open and let it sit for 10 minutes. The pressure is down on the pressure cooker. I took off the shaker, and then I just tilted it. Now I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes, and then we can pull the jars out. The jars are coming out of the canner. And I'm going to tighten them up as they come out. The only thing left is for these jars to seal. That's it. Just like that. We have 5 quarts of chicken broth. Very, very good chicken broth. And no siphoning. No siphoning. We did good. We did good. There we go. We have 5.5. Because a half a jar is in the refrigerator right now. 5.5 jars of nice, hot, still bubbling chicken broth. This is going to be so awesome to have on my shelf. Now what I'm going to do is I've got myself together, and I'm going to go to H-E-B and go grocery shopping, because I've been gifted $60 to go grocery shopping, and I have a $10 coupon off of an order of $65 at H-E-B. So I'm going to go grocery shopping. I have a list of things that I want to get from H-E-B that is not meat, because my freezers are full of meat. And yeah, so I'm going to go and spend that $65, get $10 off, and it'll be $55. So let's get going. Everyone, well, I got the canning done, and it is sitting on the counter. It has to sit for 24 hours. And so by the time I'm ready to can the next round of chicken stock, chicken bone broth, those will be done. And so I will be checking them in a couple of hours to make sure they all sealed. In the meantime, though, this is the first time in a few days that I have been able to get out of the house. The ice is almost all melted. enough that I could safely step off of my steps finally. Now, this morning it wasn't, and so the time came and gone for the food bank. But what I am going to do is, yesterday I was supposed to go to HEB. I had it scheduled, and I gave myself a day leeway. Today the coupon expires, so I'm going to HEB and I'm going to buy about $65 worth of groceries for the next month or so. And the purpose in this is to stock up on in my pantry, the canned goods I can have. And so I have a list of things on my preferred eating plan that can be shelf stable. And so that's what I'm heading for, and that's the purpose in this particular food haul. And so let's get over there and let's get busy on getting shelf stable foods that I can have. Okay? I'm here at HEB, and let me tell you something. My yard is the only yard all the way around my area that has snow left in it. I did a neighborhood drive-through and drove down the streets out of my neighborhood. No one has snow but me. Why? That is so weird and crazy. All the snow is gone except my yard. That's weird. Hey everyone, I'm bringing you in to show you the grocery haul. All of these are pretty much canned goods, with the exception of some mini cucumbers that I picked up because I'm going to make my own pickles out of them. And they were actually on sale, so I picked up 3 bags of them. So I'm going to put these in the refrigerator. And we will definitely get busy on making me some my homemade cucumbers. Okay. Then I got me some pecans. Because I'm out of pecans. Okay. And I told you it was about getting things in my pantry. I got sauerkraut because I like sauerkraut. I got sauerkraut, asparagus, mushrooms in a can. Here's some more mushrooms. And this was a stock up. This was a pantry stock up. So we got 4 cans of mushrooms. I also got seasoned spinach. I got 2 cans of seasoned spinach. More sauerkraut. I have a recipe I want to make with those. That's why I've got them. Italian green beans. 2 cans of those. Another can of sauerkraut. Another can of sauerkraut. Six cans of sauerkraut. No, 5 cans of sauerkraut. We'll figure it out. I think I got 6 cans of sauerkraut. This is asparagus, which is up underneath the sauerkraut. All right. This is asparagus right here. Another sauerkraut. So I did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cans of sauerkraut. And then one of the things that I wanted to get was some avocado oil to cook with, because it's on my list and I haven't tried it. And so I picked up This was the cheapest per ounce. So I picked up 2 bottles of avocado oil. I got 2 bottles of olive oil. I got a jar of pickles. A jar of pickle relish because I was out of pickle relish. And I like it in my deviled eggs. I got one more bag over here. I got more mushrooms, more asparagus, more asparagus. Let's see how tall I can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. 5, 6 asparagus. I'm not gonna build anymore. 6 asparagus. I did get me some coconut oil because I've been going through the coconut oil. And so I got it. And I got me some mild banana pepper rings because I like these. And that is my grocery haul for pantry staples. And I'm gonna go through all of this and put it in, put dates on them and put them in my pantry. So that's my grocery haul. Good afternoon, good evening everyone. It is 5 o'clock in the evening and I have my dinner in the microwave right now. And I'm gonna sit here with you all and eat chicken thigh with the remaining zucchini that I made yesterday. And that's what I'm gonna have for my dinner tonight. And don't look at the burnt stuff. I like the burnt stuff. I walked away from it yesterday and it burned, but that's all right. It's good. I like it. Any of my viewers out there crave burnt things? I do every once in a while. This chicken is good. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my chicken. And if you don't realize that I am ignoring Chico, I'm gonna light my candle. Why? Because it makes me happy. I got the first puzzle about 1/3 the way done. And I'm really enjoying this. Next time I cook a zucchini, I won't do that. I won't burn it, I promise. I won't walk away. Seldom does that happen, but I got on a intrusive thought happened and I just went off and left it. I needed to go boom, loose, look something up. Hmm. I really did get a lot done today. And I'm set enough now in my pantry with things that are on my list that I'm not going to need to buy groceries for a while. Mm, this is so good. I'm ignoring Chico. The reason I'm ignoring him is because he has his food out. Mm. This is simple. A zucchini sliced up with onions, garlic, salt and pepper, and fried up, sauteed up. Simple and delicious. Chicken. I took the bone out of it because I needed the bone for the bone broth. When I get done here, I'm going to make myself a hot cup of tea. I'm going to take you guys along with me as I do that. Mm. This zucchini is so good. Despite the burnt pieces, it's good. Mm. Oh, that's a bone. Just like that, my meal is almost gone. Mm-hmm. Piece of gristle. we go. Right, I'm gonna get me a wild berry Zinger Celestial Tea, and that's what I'm gonna make myself tonight. Good morning, everyone. Well, I got up this morning and got ready to put the video together from yesterday and realized that I ended with my hot tea. So let me fill you in with the rest of yesterday. After I finished the hot tea, then I made myself a hot chocolate. Then I made myself decaf coffee and had that. And I had me a meat cheese tray with some pickles. I've been on a craving for those and a little bit of nuts too. Been on a craving for those, and so that's what I had for, I guess you would say, my third meal of the day, because it really was a third meal. It had about 4 ounces of protein in it and very, very little carbs. The pickles don't have very many carbs, so that's what I had for my third meal of the day, or snack before I went to bed. And yeah, so I enjoyed my day yesterday. I got quite a bit done. We're going to repeat it today, with the exception of I've got company coming over today, and so it's going to start a little later because I have company here. Well, not here yet, but coming over. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for stopping in and spending the day with me yesterday, and I hope you enjoyed me canning up some chicken broth. I'm going to repeat that today and get that out of the way. And it's a 4-day, pretty much a 4-day process to do that much chicken broth. And I could have done more, but I didn't want slow cookers all over the place in my kitchen. 2 was enough. And yeah, so I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for showing up and watching my videos. And but above all, I want you to be blessed, because you guys bless me each and every day just by coming in and watching my videos. To me, this is incredible. I'm going to leave some playlists for you and a subscribe button. If you haven't already gone back and watched my older videos, please do so. It helps me out tremendously, and I make it very easy for you to just click a playlist and let it run. And yeah, and then if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Every subscription counts, every one. And I will see you guys tomorrow, which is today.